Hey, Happy New Year, fragrance heads. My first video in 2018, and I'm going to start it off with a bang. Alright, as you read in the title, top 10 worst fragrances in my entire collection. As Foghorn Leghorn would say, hold up boy, slow your roll. There's a little bit of a twist to this, a little bit of a caveat. Top 10 worst fragrances in my entire collection. I neglected to mention at first. So in other words, fragrances that when I first sniffed them, I hated them, that I've now grown to love. Okay? From 10 to 1, 10's going to be the fragrance that when I first smelled it, I was like, I don't like it. Number 1 is going to be the one that literally made me gag. And I was like, there's no friggin' way I'm going to like this. This is out of here. And I grew to love it. Hey, it's possible. It happens, right? Okay? Sorry if I tricked you guys. But we're going to get this fragrance journey underway right now. Let's go. Alright people, and here we go. Alright, also I'm going to drop 2 honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is going to come out of the house of Le Labo. Oud 27. Hated it. This was a friggin' skank bomb to me. Couldn't stand it when I first sniffed it, but I grew to love it. This is an amazing fragrance right here. Lots of patchouli, lots of gaiac wood, skanky oud, a little bit of incense and some woods. But yeah, it was not good when I first smelled it. But I actually grew to, like I said, I actually grew to love it. Oud 27, Le Labo. Honorable mention number 2. This is going to shock a lot of people, but I don't care. It is what it is. Yeah. Original formulation, Musc Ravageur from the house of Frederic Malle. Now, this is the original formulation is a little bit different. Actually, I think significantly different from the new formulation. This one is really clove heavy. I didn't like it. It was really strange to me when I first sniffed it. But I also have a full bottle of the new formulation. This one's running out. Sad to see it go when it finally does. But like I said, clove heavy. I didn't like it, but I grew to love it. Frederic Malle, Musc Ravageur. And that concludes the honorable mentions. Now let's get to the top 10. Huh? Alright, coming in at number 10. This is a very resinous fragrance with a lot of fruit and booze, tobacco and leather, not to mention oud, and some really earthy ass patchouli. Did not like this when I first smelled it. Turned me off, but I grew to love it. Coming out of the house of Tiziana Terenzi, this is Ursa. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Like I said, grew to love it. Very long lasting. This is an XDP. Beautiful bottle. Sexy fragrance. Like I said, didn't like it. Love it now. That's at number 10. Ursa. Coming in at number 9. This is from the house of Juliet Has a Gun. Mad Madam. My God, did I hate this when I first sniffed it. Whatever the most animalic fragrance is that you've ever sniffed, yeah, you're going to have to get with this one. Because this is ridiculously animalic. The castoreum note in here is bigly. Very, very bigly. Lots of total balsam in here as well. It's a little bit fruity, thick with roses, and earthy patchouli. But like I said, the castoreum is the big player in here. Big, big player. Did not like it. When it melts into your skin, however, it turns beautiful. Like all the rest of them do. Did not like it. Love it now. Juliet Has a Gun. Mad Madam. That's at number 9. Next up, 8. Alright, coming in at number 8. From the house of Byredo. This is Pulp. Did not like it when I first sniffed it. It reminded me of a very bad rotting fruit that's been sitting out in the sun for like 18 years. But like I said, when it starts to melt into your skin, it turns beautiful. I love it a lot. It actually smells like overripe fruit and not really rotting when you get used to it. But this is a beautiful fragrance. I love it. I wear it often. It's a knockout. Pulp by Byredo. That's at number 8. Next up, 7. Number 7 is a monster. Absolute freaking monster. This is from the house of BTV. This is called Mayfair. And this is hot and heavy with civet. Really, really animalic. At first sniff, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. But like I said, I grew to love it. Lovers of leather oud from Dior, take note. This kind of smells like it. Only it's a lot heavier, I think, in both leather, animalic accord, as well as beeswax. Really nice fragrance. Beautiful bottle too. BTV, Mayfair. That's at number 7. Next up, 6. Alright, number 6, another monster. There are no animalic notes listed in here, but holy smoke does it smell like there is. Not only does it smell animalic, but it almost smells fecal. Initially, from the house of Xerjoff, Al-Kat. A lot of people will tell you that they get a very, very distinct barnyard accord when they smell this. This is a beautiful fragrance, man. Absolutely stunning. They went all over the world to get notes for this bad Larry. Beautiful jasmine, sparkling bergamot. I still detect, like I said, animalic notes in here. Lots of oud. Lots and lots of really pungent oud. But the jasmine sambac in here is beautiful. And it will literally not wipe the floor, but it will significantly curtail the animalic accord as well as the oudy accord in this fragrance. Absolutely sexy. Just morphs wonderfully on your skin. This is definitely a try before you buy, but I think you're going to like it. Xerjoff's Al-Kat. That's at number 6. Now we're going to crack the top 5. Number 5 is a fragrance that gets a crap load of hate from my boy, Rich Scotterville. He can't stand this. Said it smells like jet fuel, and he's right, it does, but don't get it twisted. This fragrance morphs friggin' wonderfully on your skin. Coming out of the house of Profumum Roma. This is Volo AZ686. I did review this. Go ahead and look at it if you're curious as to what it smells like and what it does on your skin. But once it gets on your skin, you are gonna fall in love with it. But if you're not into the whole jet fuel type of vibe, but you do like tropical fragrances, wait about a couple of hours and you're gonna be blown away by this fragrance. Just an absolute monstrosity of a fragrance. 1 to 2 sprays and that is it. That is it. You do any more than that and it's a wrap for anybody that's around you. You're gonna start choking. Profumum Aromas, Volo AZ686. Couldn't stand it when I first smelled it, but man, did I grow to love this one. And that's at number 5. Next up, number 4. 4 is a killer, and it is coming out of the house of Amouage. It's Figment. Alright, now this is a different type of fragrance. I mean, big time different. Now, this is a really spicy fragrance, and it is blown up with florals. The only flower that I cannot stand in a fragrance is tuberose, and this has it in there, and it's a pretty good amount too. I don't like tuberose. Okay, so when I first sniffed this, I was not impressed at all. Did not like it. I actually got ready to sell it. I wore it again, and I actually started to like it a lot. Now I'm damn near in love with it. You are going to get a lot of patchouli in this fragrance, a lot of orange blossom. You're going to get, like I said, a crap load of florals, including the aforementioned tuberose, gardenia, and jasmine sambac. It is smoky, okay, and also saffron. It's beautiful. It's an absolute monster of fragrance. Lasts all damn day, and like I always say, deep into the night. Hated it at first, love it now. From Amouage, Figment Woman, and that's at number 4. Next is 3. Number 3 is a special kind of fragrance because it is from my favorite house ever. And I'm sure anyone listening, watching this video right now knows exactly what house this is, but you're probably going to be shocked to find out that there is a fragrance in this house that I did not like. This from Sara. Amber and Roses. Man, this fragrance has a lot of teeth. And the rose in this fragrance is so friggin' pronounced. It is an absolute massive rose. A huge amount of lemon. Just roses and lemon right off the top. And I mean big with it. Big, big, big. This fragrance is also musky. The only thing that kept me on this fragrance is the fact that there's a little bit of powder in here, which I love. The lab denim in here. The lab denim in here is very, very nice. And the amber, as well as the jasmine. You get rid of those three, I don't know if I like this fragrance. A lot of lemon, a wicked lot of rose, which is ironic because I love rose, but this is just a lot. Didn't like it at first. Took me a couple, 3 tries to fall in love with it. I did. Now it's absolutely beautiful, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's number 3. Amber and Roses from the house of Sara. Next up, 2. Alright, so number two was a fragrance that literally repulsed me when I smelled it. I got a sample from my man Alan over at Beverly Hills Perfumery, and you know, he and a couple of other people told me that I would like it. Holy mackerel, holy absolute shit. I hated it. It literally made me wince when I sniffed it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to put this on my skin. There's literally no way. And then I said, well, maybe I'm gonna, because, you know, it reacts differently on skin. But it literally made me want to gag. From the house of Amouage, the male version, Figment. This reminded me of swamp water. It literally reminded me of walking through the Florida Everglades, you know, with cypress trees and all kinds of muck, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful. I tried it a few more times, you know, to try and like it, and I just couldn't see the appeal. I just couldn't do it. It sucked. And then the funny thing is, when I did try it on my skin, you know, I didn't like it, but I had to wait. Just like Volo AZ686, you know, you spray it on your skin like, God, what the hell is this? But once it gets to the dry down, it's flipping beautiful. What you have in here, very animalic, very, very animalic. A little bit powdery with the lab denim, and I think I know there's an earth accord in here. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that it smells like a friggin' swamp. Very, very earthy. I would say that you should try this first. I know a lot of people watching this have already tried it because, you know, you guys are all fragrance heads like I am, and you love niche like I do. But this is a monster. Prepare to have this sticking around for a hell of a long time when it's on your skin. Couldn't stand it when I first sprayed it. It actually took me about 4 times, and I was ready to give up on it. And then something hit me, and that was it. It's a wrap now. Now I love it. From the house of Amouage, Figment, man. Next up, numero uno. The most disgusting fragrance in my entire collection. At first. Alright, and here we go. Numero uno. This fragrance was an absolute bomb for me. I friggin' could not stand it. My girl Tina, she has a YouTube channel. She's called the Critical Virgo. We're cool with each other, and she sent me a sample of this, and I smelled it, and I was like, what the hell is this girl thinking? Because she told me before she sent it to me that she was in love with it, and she thought that I'd love it too. Wrong answer. Wrong friggin' answer. I was absolutely repulsed by it. Yeah, and again, you'll be shocked, coming out of my favorite house, Sara, Wild Leather. Holy sweet mother of God. I friggin' hated this fragrance when I first sniffed it. My God. I literally would have opted to, you know, take the scent glands of a friggin' skunk and wear it over this. That's how bad it was. But like all the others, I grew to love it. This opens up with a lot of bergamot, very sparkly, rosy. The leather kicks in, hard, but real hard. I am not sure what exactly about this fragrance made me gag, because when I look at the notes therein, every one of the notes I love. But man, did I hate this when I first smelled it. But god damn it, I love it now. By the way, I wore this about 3 days ago to work, and I got a compliment on it from one of the co-workers who said, whatever you're wearing today is one of the best I've smelled, because they make it a point when I walk by, to let me know whether or not they like my fragrance. They loved this one, loved it, and I can't blame them. It sucked at first, but after about 4 or 5 tries, it finally grew on me, and there it is. That is my top 10 worst fragrances in my entire collection, until I grew to love them. Man, Sara, Wild Leather. My next review is soon. You guys have a great day. Hope your new year was great, and I hope your new year continues to be great. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.
He be sipping on my red dove. The Geechee Vicious, he be sipping on my red dove. The Joe Chick, he be sipping on my red dove. The Chiquita Edge, he be sipping on my red dove. We got Asti Fumati on my red dove. And then my man Ill Will sip on my red dove. And then my man Cab in the same sipping that. We slide through the tri-state with the hi-hat. And then I float side to side in my coolie high. And then I do something with the Spanish fly, yeah.